Hey, horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Money G. Now that I've talked about my top 5 worst horror films of 2023, it's time to go over my top 10 best horror films of 2023. Yes, as Prescott can say, here we go!
Y'all ready for this?
Hey, horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Money G. Now, I actually had a tough time trying to come up with my top 10 because there were a lot of good horror movies that came out this year. I actually forgot to put a couple on my list, so I had to make some changes. So it took me at least 3 to 4 tries to finally come up with my top 10 best horror films of the year. Now, of course, as I stated in my previous video, this is my opinion. This is what I consider to be the top 10 best horror films that I saw this year. Now, I didn't see every horror movie that came out this year. Man can only do so much. So obviously, it could be some films that you might consider to be a top 10 that's on your list, but it's not on my list because I didn't see it, so I can't put that on my list. But here we go. This is my top 10 best horror films of the year. Now, before we begin, I got a couple of honorable mentions. These were pretty good, decent horror films that I consider very good, but just could not crack my top 10. And the first one is Russell Crowe's The Pope's Exorcist. Yeah, I really did enjoy this film. I know a lot of people didn't like it. It kind of bashed on it, but I actually love Russell Crowe's performance as Father Gabriel. He's a real life character that this film is based upon. He was actually an exorcist, performed over dozens and dozens of exorcisms, and I thought the film was a pretty good job. I thought he was good. I think it was Ralph Innes that played the demonic voice of the boy that got possessed. I thought he was pretty good as well. Yeah, it was a pretty good possession horror film. Not great, but pretty good. Not enough to crack my top 10, but yeah, very good horror film. My next honorable mention is actually The Nun 2. Boy, they did it again. As much as I really like the gothic atmosphere of the first Nun, the film blew it with that crappy ass CGI effects. And I told you, if you want to make Valak scary, just make her scary. Bonnie Aris does a pretty good job of making her scary, and they correct those mistakes and come up with a decent sequel with The Nun 2. Teresa Farmiga, she comes back as playing the nun in the previous film. Frenchie's back in this film right here. I thought her and Sister Mary had some nice chemistry on it, and I like what they did with this film. Is a return to form once again when it comes to the Conjuring universe, just like they did with Annabelle and then Annabelle Creations. They do it here. So my next honorable mention is The Nun 2. All right, now here we go. Here are my top 10 best horror films of the year. So coming in at number 10, it is the thriller called Missing. Now, I really did enjoy this film. It is a standalone sequel to the film called Searching. They did the Searching film, and so they now did Searching film. I think it came out in 2019. I don't remember the year that it came out, but now Missing, we actually have the protagonist. She's trying to find her mother, who is out on vacation with her new boyfriend. They're supposed to be going to someplace in South America. She doesn't return back, so she spends most of the time on the internet searching for her. I really did enjoy the film. Really did enjoy the film. I actually thought Storm Reed and Joaquin Dean Armana, who's a veteran actress, I thought they really had some great chemistry together, even though they really don't appear on the screen together. But I really thought they did a good job in the film. Just like in Searching, there is a twist that happens in this particular part of the film. And I really did enjoy this film. So coming in at number 10 is Missing. Coming in at number 9, yes, it's Thanksgiving. Yes, I really did enjoy this film, as did a lot of people did enjoy this film. The characters, not so much, but it was mainly just the kills. I love the John Carver mask. I actually like the motivations when we find out who the killer is, what their motivations were. In a particular film, it was a nice holiday film. It's about time that Thanksgiving actually got its own horror film. So coming in at number 9 is Thanksgiving. Coming in at number 8 is Insidious The Red Door. Yes, the Lambert family is back. Yes, we have John, Dalton, Renee, she's back. And of course, we have Elise, Lynn Shay, she's also back, even though she has a small cameo as well. And actually, Patrick Wilson made his directorial debut in this particular film, and I really did enjoy the film. It was nice seeing the Lamberts come back. We get to see what's been going on in their lives since we last saw them in Insidious Chapter 2. I actually did enjoy the film. I thought all the characters did a pretty good job. Yeah, so and Patrick Wilson did a pretty good job his first time behind the camera, and I think this was a fitting end to the Lambert story. I believe it's going to be another Insidious film. It's going to be some new characters, but a nice way for the Lambert family to go out. So coming at number 8 is Insidious: The Red Door. Coming in at number 7 is M. Night Shyamalan's return to form in Knock at the Cabin. This is based upon a novel, and I believe was kind of close to the source material. And I believe this was the best performance I ever see Dave Bautista perform in this particular film. We get these four strangers who appear at this cabin in the middle of the woods, and they tell them that, hey, look, we either have to sacrifice one of your family members or the world's going to end. Yeah, very complex thriller, very nice direction. We got another nice M. Night Shyamalan twist that actually makes sense this time. So nice return to form for M. Night Shyamalan. So coming in at number 7 is Knock at the Cabin. Coming in at number 6 is the Argentina film called When Evil Lurks. See, a lot of people were talking about this particular film when it first came out. Now, when I finally got to see it, I see why. There's a certain scene that takes place, which I will not reveal, that really kind of shocked me, but not shocked me because I was waiting for it and waiting for it. And when it happened, like say, oh shit, they're not pulling any punches. Basically, it has these two brothers who go on this weird encounter about a person that's possessed, and it looks like it's spreading throughout the town that they live in. And that's the best way to describe it. They do a very good job with the practical effects, a lot of gross, very good practical effects, a lot of blood. They don't hold back on the gore and the violence too. Really did enjoy this film. So coming in at number 6 is When Evil Lurks. Coming in at number 5, this is one of the films I almost missed on. It is Talk to Me. Yes, the Australian supernatural horror film. When you saw the trailer, we thought it was just going to be a typical possession film. You know, these people, they take this entombed hand, and you grab on it, and you get the let somebody in and they possess your body. And I really like the fact that how the two brothers, I think they're former YouTubers, they actually make this film. It was filmed by Australians, it was produced by Australian people, and they actually had Australians acting in the particular film. So I really did enjoy this film. I like the different aspect that they do with possession film, and the lead actress, I thought she was pretty good in the film itself. So coming in at number 5 is Talk to Me. Now we're getting to it. It was kind of difficult trying to put these last four films together because I really did enjoy all four of the films. But coming in number 4 is Megan. Yes, Chucky's nemesis. I really did love Megan. The actress who played Megan was very fantastic. She became a viral star because when that trailer first came out, that dance that she does, it's actually part of my intro because I had to have it in there. And pretty good. I wanted to be a little bit more bloodier, but still, it was still a decent horror film, and we obviously can't wait for a Megan 2.0 to come out. I believe it's coming out sometime in 2025. But coming at number 4 is Megan. Coming in at number 3, it is Scream 6. Yes, the introduction to the core 4. We have the Carpenter sisters, and the Meeks Martin twins. Yeah, almost forgot about those two. We have the Carpenter sisters and the twins, Meek and Martin, who compose of the core 4. Of course, I was very happy because one of my favorite characters in the Scream series, Kirby, she makes her return. Hayden Panettiere comes back as Kirby. It was a pretty decent film. A lot more character development that we get in this particular film than we got in Scream 2022. Really did enjoy this particular film. Obviously, Ghostface is once again back. He's a little bit more violent than he was in the first particular film. Really did enjoy this film, and we don't know what's going on in Scream 7, but coming in at number 3, it is Scream 6. Now, I really had to fight to pick the next two ones. Who's going to be number 2 is going to be number 1 because they're both very good, decent films. But coming in at number 2 is Evil Dead Rise. Yes, once again, the people who made the remake of Evil Dead. Once again, comes back Evil Dead Rise. I like the fact they actually took the premise away from the cabin in the woods and took it into a high-rise building in Los Angeles. I thought it was really good. Obviously, the two leads, Alyssa Sutherland and Lily Sutherland, were very good, especially Alyssa Sutherland. She really was fantastic with all the stuff that she had to do, some physical contact. I thought she was very well done. I thought all the three kids that played her children, I thought they were all well done. Obviously, get some decent practical effects in this particular film. Fantastic film, but unfortunately, there's one better than that. I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what it is. So coming in number two is Evil Dead Rise. And so, my best horror film of the year, coming in at number one, is Saw X. Yes, Tobin Bell. John Kramer once again is back as Jigsaw. And Shawnee Smith, she's backing in as Amanda Young. This takes place in between Saw and Saw 2. Yeah, so reportedly John Kramer is taken for a ride when he believes that this um, group of doctors are going to finally cure him of his cancer. And of course, when he finds out there are nothing but a bunch of kind people, guess who has the laugh? I thought the traps were ingenious. Obviously, we get a lot of decent blood and gore in this particular film, and of course, that great line that we get in the end of at the end of the film. It's like, of all the people you play a con, you chose John Kramer. I wouldn't go there if I were you. So it's very great. Nice to see Tobin Bell back once again after a strings of disappointing Saws. Not that I didn't mind Spiral from the book of Saw. I actually did kind of enjoy that film. I like Chris Rock's character in that particular film. Unfortunately, I guess who the disciple was within 20 minutes after the film started. So it was nice to see Tobin Bell back. This is what we all love about Saw. So my number one film of 2023 is Saw X. So there you go, horror fans. That is my top 10 best horror films of the year. Once again, this is based on my opinion alone, because this is my channel. Again, as I stated before, there's probably some movies that are probably on your list that are not on mine because I didn't see it. I didn't see every horror movie that came out this year. What is your top 10 best horror films of the year? Leave your comments in the comments below. Tell me about what list it is. Also, please make sure you like and excuse me. Also, please like and share on this video because it does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. That way we notify anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G, and always remember that horror rules. And to all my horror fans, everyone out there, please have a safe and happy Christmas. I'll see you guys in my next video.